Unfortunately, I broke up a bit.
Yeah, it broke up. I couldn't hear you, baby.
This giant that was killed was also good friends with Lord Byron?
That sounds like an amazing idea.
Or Lord Tyler?
Great. Well, before we rest, Zilpha's gonna hop off and check on all the animals, Beef and Larry and Nubs and
Okay.
everything, and make sure they're well. And she also wants to cure light wounds on Kavik and Sal, before we sleep for the night.
That sounds like an amazing idea. There we go. I've got
Oh,
that
much better.
correct.
Don't quite sound like Eeyore, though.
Yeah.
Gotta hold the vowels just a little
How
bit
about now?
longer. Yeah.
Oh, the pitch is right. She's talking about your delivery.
Gotta hold the vowels. All right. Okay. How you feeling, Kavik, after 8?
8. Oh, feeling wonderful. Thank you very much.
Right.
Oh, did you change Saber's spell back to General? Or Whisper GM?
Yes, I'm back to the regular correct modifiers now.
Well, I mean, so it's not public roll.
Oh,
Saber's
that's
spell.
yeah, that'd be Elena. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, that's Elena. I can't hear Elena.
Can't either.
Didn't see her light up. She might be typing, working the code.
I'm gonna cast one more cure spell on myself, and then I'll be out for the day. That's still much. Not quite full, but better. So, Kavik, what have you heard about what giants might have in their lairs?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm really curious to see.
Yeah, I've never heard of such things either, even in my travels. So,
One
just
thing,
didn't know
we
if you
might
had
find
something in mind.
supplies intended for Baron Tyler. I mean, that's what it seemed to do, according to Baron Tyler.
Yeah,
So, traded
that's
goods with him.
true.
So, we might find supplies that were intended for him, and we can make sure that they get there.
Well, we're gonna have to go back by that fort anyway for Shigo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if we find anything that
Okay,
belongs to
so
him, we can haul it over.
Zilpha, as you're tending to everyone's wounds, you overhear the discussion about whether or not to man this fort and what to, or to keep their main strength back at the refuge. Especially with the augmentation from Lord Barry's soldiers, that Chester, the leader of the Centaurs, has the armies want to take to the field to run down this other orc clan, that they will keep the area of the fort here secured while the armies are in the field.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I'll report that back to the party. See what they think.
Good news.
So, one less thing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm
So
feeling a little
that's
tired after today's adventure. Hauling that blue bar was exhausting.
Yeah, as far as we got it. Put that on the to-do list for later. Well, I'll kind of look around through any of the orc tents and see if any of them are anywhere near habitable. If not, I'll just lay out a bed on the outside somewhere, inside the fort area, of course.
yeah, the tents from the orcs are definitely serviceable. They're some of them aren't. There's like a lot of greasy smoke because they don't tend to keep them well ventilated while they're when they're cooking inside their tents and stuff like that. So the hides that the tents are made out of are kind of greasy and smudged with soot along the peaks. Not especially clean, you know.
Kvik's probably slept in worse
But I
places.
mean, they're otherwise serviceable. One could be cleaned up fairly easily, and the
Okay.
tents are sized to house 6 to 8 orcs. So I mean, the entire group party would fit easily within inside any one of them. I mean, they're well-made tents. They just haven't been kept clean because, well,
Something
orcs are better
too.
looking at
Just
them.
this shack here. Is this something that we've overlooked, or is it just a single room kind of building?
Well, you haven't gone and looked
To
at it yet.
to the northwest. Yeah, I'm checking out the orc tents. Is there any windows to this building?
Uh, nope. The walls appear to be just rough wooden slats spaced with about an inch and a half of space between each one. Um, as you as you're moving over near there, you can see in there. It looks like it was a gardening shed or something of that sort. Um, and it's been converted into barracks, probably for the leaders of the sub leaders of the clan.
Okay, but is easily seen to be empty of anybody, anything, or is there?
No, there's no one in it.
I'll head
There's a
inside.
few pallets built up with furs, and near this would be the back end. The door's on the far end there, right where you are. On the back end here, there's a pile of furs. It looks like they're probably the senior sub chief. Cause all of the furs appear to be from mountain lions and leopards.
So, I mean, having had some skill in that, they're all in pretty fine shape.
Yes, they could use a little bit of airing out. They're well tanned and worth a fair bit of money.
How many? How
The
many are there?
hides of large cats are not really common.
Excellent.
The
I'll
pallet is made up of 6 hides, 4 mountain lions, and 2 leopards.
4 mountain lions and 2 leopards. Okay, I'll tend to them to you know, like I said, if they need more airing out, I'll set them up to be able to do so. Anything else that I could do to tend to the hide to you know, ensure it stays in good condition? Went ahead and add them to my items, but I'll. So, Leah hasn't actually left yet, right? But she's intending to go back to Fort Benson.
Rhea is staying with Gloria as her student. She has the same
Right.
specialty as he does magically, and she's a master bard, so he's going to stay with her to study with her.
Oh, staying here, so she'll end up back at the underground
He'll end up back at N4.
indoor, right? That was the underground tower, right?
Yeah, there's the refuge there, but there's also the city, which was nearly completely obliterated.
Oh, which
That,
we haven't gotten there yet.
Baron Tyler wants eventually to reclaim. Right, you haven't
Right.
gotten down there yet.
Right.
You
Okay.
just heard the reports from Lord Barry spoke about the city being completely sacked.
All right. So looking around, the skins were basically about all I found in there. Then, so is this shack a little bit cleaner than the tents were even?
Yes.
Is there like multiple sections in here, or is it just one big area?
It's one big area. Like I said, it was just like a garden shed
Right. Okay.
originally. There are a total of 9 sleeping pallets in there. Most of them are just sheep and goat hides. Only the one was the lion and leopard hides.
Okay. Going back outside, let's Zilpha know. Hey, I think I found some halfway decent sleeping quarters. That shed back there seems to have a little nicer setup. Might be a little more comfortable.
What's the red box for? Just curiosity.
That's my tent.
I'll inform him. Tixos is like, there's more comfortable sleeping quarters in that building over there. Cots already set up, some furs.
No, thanks. This place is kind of gross.
It's not so bad in there, but each your choice.
I got a nice, comfortable winter blanket with my name on it.
Have a good rest.
You do the same. I hope it doesn't rain.
Now you sound like Eeyore. Good job.
But it probably will.
Vic starts to search the skies for clouds. Not that he knows much about the weather, but
Yeah. It's pretty clear. It's during midsummer, so.
I'll inform the others too.
Where did the rest of the horses go?
The car, well, everyone else who's interested, tell them the number of beds and stuff that's in there, and I'm gonna go back in there and claim one.
Okay.
Since I'm the first one in there, I'll choose whatever looks like the nicest one.
You're such a gentleman. All right, we're buds now. I think that Zelfa will probably take advantage of the last night to sleep in the wagon, because that's kind of luxurious all up in there. And she's not going to be seeing we no more.
Uh-huh.
Plus, she's got some stuff in there she needs to take out and stuff, so wherever the wagon is, I'll pretend it's down here.
Yeah, we got some supplies in there, so he's not heading off anywhere without letting us know yet. Just yet,
Yeah,
right?
we got to get our stuff out, yeah.
Is on the way to the giant, is that before the refuge, or I mean, is it too much of a sidetrack?
The refuge is closer than the giant's cabin.
Okay.
Oh, well, we'll have to make a loopy round.
To the region map if you guys want.
We should definitely swing by the giant's cabin first, in case we see anything that needs to go to the refuge.
That was my hope.
Yeah. Not that far.
Might be able to convince
So there you are. It's
Gloria and Tyler
that
that.
refuge. The giant's cabin is probably another day and a half past there.
Yeah. Sure, Mary and Tyler and Gloria would be interested as well. Since they traded with them, there might be things there. Maybe we can convince them to head that way. Check it out first. It might also create an alternate settlement for them.
From what you overheard of Baron Tyler's plans while he was talking with his aide-de-camp and this leader and Chester, the leader of the Centaurs, they're intending to follow the road to the north to wherever those other orcs and where
Oh, they're headed up there first.
apparently the warg riders that had attacked you guys had come from.
Was we going to go with them, or is he going to head back to the refuge?
We is following Gloria around like a little puppy.
Oh, okay, I see
Right.
how it is.
When do they intend to head out?
He's sending one platoon from his troops back to the refuge. They're planning on heading out in the morning to gather remaining supplies and close up the refuge and bring the rest of their supplies and their armor and all of his tools back up to the fortress here, where they're going to stage to go after the other orc clan.
So their intention is to abandon the refuge?
Right.
So that probably means we need to go pick up Shigo.
Basically, they're leaving it closed up and hidden underneath the illusions that Gloria cast all around it.
Right.
Well, we can go
There's
pick
about
her up.
10 or 15 soldiers that are guarding the refuge still, along with their armor and all of his tools and stuff.
Right.
We can go pick her up after we go to the giant's cottage. We can just swing back and grab her. I mean,
Well,
unless you want to
They're
swing by
they're
on the
going to
way.
be there, picked up, and gone by the time we get to the Giant's cottage and back there.
Oh,
See?
okay.
We might as well travel with them back to the refuge, pick up Shigo,
Okay.
deal with anything else, and then we can head to the Giant's cottage. And then, depending on what we find at the Giant's cottage, we'll. Seems we can't think too far ahead, so one step at a time. But
Well, even if we're going to Port Haravan, it seems like it would make sense to stop in Fort Benson. If you look at the map, it's, kind of on the way. So
yeah,
we might be able to
yeah.
pick up
We still have the our
stuff
obligation to Lord Barry about dealing with this situation here too. So
I feel we have handled this situation here. Did we not just take out an entire orc fortress? Hello?
this is only the start, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know. We definitely gave him some major help, which I'm sure he'll appreciate, or has appreciated.
And we
but,
took out a
Taking out
orc.
one of the two clans, which by the information you got from Shigo was the smaller of the two clans.
Right.
We also took out a priest who was raising up some evil centaur skeletal outriders. I mean, that's got to count for something.
Oh, it definitely counts. Absolutely. I'm just saying it's not done yet.
Okay. Right. Well, you know what? Let's sleep
when's
on
the group
it.
heading for the other orc fortress? They heading out tomorrow as well for that?
No, they're going to wait for the group to go to the refuge, bring up the rest of their supplies and their armor and stuff. Probably spend a couple of days making sure all the troops are refitted,
Okay.
spears straightened and axes sharpened,
If-
etc.
If we
Before they
can,
march
would we
out.
be able to double time it to get to find our way back to the Giant's cottage and try and get back to here? Travel time wise, from their expected time to get there and bring all their supplies and stuff back to this point?
Maybe we could force march.
Get a good night's rest
Um,
tonight, and then just kind of hightail it to the Giant's cottage.
With the time, it sounds like they're intending to take refitting before they march along north. You could probably make it to the Giant's cottage, swing back by the refuge for Shigo, and catch back up with them before they march out.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, if we just tell them to because they're probably going to be there and back. I mean, or are you saying that they'll still be packing up by the time we're coming back from the Giant's cottage? They'll still be packing up the refuge by the time we're done with the Giant's cottage and come back, so then we can come back with them with Shigo? Trying to figure out the timing of, this and the
Right.
distances.
Right, because they've got a lot of gear to refit, and it's they're sending the troops that are going to the refuge, or they're taking their damaged weapons and stuff with them, because the smith there is already got the forge set up.
So
You would have to set the forge up all over again at the fortress.
So it'll take them time at the refuge. In other words, you're just not going to there pack up and leave the next day, kind of thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They've got some refitting to do. It'll take up some time, yes.
So I'd like to plot back to them, if everyone else is in agreement with this, is we hightail it to the Giant's cottage and then make our way back to the refuge. Have them stay at the refuge until a designated day, whatever we figure out the travel times would be, and ask them to give us one extra day from what we're expected to be back to the refuge. And if we don't show up at the refuge at that day, then, and if they're ready to move on, then they move on, and we'll just meet up back with them here. Does that make sense?
Right. Okay, so yeah, based on what you know of the trails, etc., you're looking at 3 days to get to the refuge or to the cottage, and probably a day and a half to 2 days to get back to the refuge.
Is that force marching things that Bush. I mean, if we go kind of light, we don't have to worry about the wagon anymore. Travel a little bit quicker.
Oh yeah, you could actually travel faster without the wagon.
Right. So, I mean,
Through
we
the
pick up
hills
any
here.
speed that way.
We pick up a lot of speed. We double speed
Yeah.
without the wagon.
Okay.
And then force marching, we double our speed again. We quadruple our speed if we force marched without the wagon.
Right. Well, if we don't have to force march, if we can just move quicker, just on, what is it, 3 of us on horseback, right, to go check out the cottage, we should be able to move fairly quickly. Of course, with pony, I'm not sure how's that going to work with the pony.
Yeah, 2 of us are on war horses and 1 of us is on a pony, but
And if we're mounted and force marching, we risk killing our mounts.
I'm not going to do that. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Larry, we're talking
Right,
about.
no, I understand.
I know
What's-
I can refresh steed and all, but I can't refresh 3 steeds, not yet. I need to gain a few levels first.
Right. What's, as far as how likely is it that mount would die? I mean, is it like a
Not
1 in
worth
100
it.
chance, or?
They're going to need time to pack up and repair their stuff. I mean, there's no way they're going to be ready to leave by the time we get
Right.
back.
I'm just looking at, I mean, is there something in between force marching that hard where you're going to kill your mount to, just moving a little bit quicker? Somewhere in between.
It's not guaranteed that you kill your mount. It's just a risk.
Understood. I'm trying to figure out how much of a risk.
I think it's a save versus death.
Zilpha's blessings.
But I can only do that once per day, right? Because I gain that skill at level 3, and I gain an extra cast refresh steed every 2 levels. So I won't have a second refresh steed till next level, right? Am I mistaken?
What level are you right now?
4.
Alright, it's your level divided by 2 for the number of times you can use it. You just don't get it at second level. You don't get your first one at 3rd. So you get
Well, I
your second
can-
one at 4th, and then 6th, 8th, etc.
So I can do it twice, but we still have 3 mounts. But, I mean, I don't feel, why do we need to force march? Why can't we just go? I mean, they're going to take some time
I
at the
don't think we
refuge
do.
to pack up,
I don't think we need
And-
to.
repair armor and weapons. It's just not necessary.
Yeah, I'm just looking at moving quickly. I'm not looking at killing our mounts. I'm moving hard enough where we end up killing our mounts. I'm not looking at that. I'm just as quickly as we can travel without incurring that risk, so we can get there and get back and help out.
I have a high-spirited mount. My mount can go. I don't know about y'all.
And look at Nubs and
Good Nubs, good pony. You're a good boy. I think
Nubs.
that this is a good plan. 6 days should be more than enough for us to be able to make it back to the refuge. Even if we give ourselves a day at the cottage.
okay.
So is it a plan?
What do you think, Antixos?
I like this plan. It doesn't sound like we're gonna die if we use this plan.
That's always a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, then let's get a good night's sleep if we're going to be pushing hard tomorrow. Make sure we feed our horses well tonight so that they'll be well prepared for tomorrow. We'll make sure I have some honeyed oats I'll give to each of the animals as a feed tonight.